From the KATC Weatherland, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, here we are heading toward mid-September. We're still talking mid-90s. Mid-90s the high today. We got more of the same tomorrow. So let's go back and take a look at the context of this summer. I post about it a lot online, obviously, where I have a little bit more time to talk about it and expand. But so far, obviously, it's been the hottest summer on record. But we have a consecutive day streak of 97 days of 90-degree plus temperatures, which may get broken on Wednesday. We'll see if we have enough cloud cover, enough scattered showers. So far, 111 days above 90 this summer. Roughly 77 of those 97 days have been over 95 when we had that big streak, and then 41 days, 98 or better. These are all records, all smashing just barely double-digit records. And of course, the 100-degree days this summer, we've had 33 of them, the sum total of what we saw the 40 years previous. So what an incredible summer it has been. Now, are we going to see relief? That is the big question as we move forward and take a look at the big picture. High pressure here, high pressure over by the Bahamas, and in between we have this upper level trough, a little bit of a trough. Actually, could argue for a very weak area of an upper level low here. This is where we saw a few showers developing today. This is not going to move a whole lot, so we'll kind of be on the dry side of this upper low, but eventually we're going to see a disturbance off to the north and west moving on through, giving us a chance of showers and storms. You can see some active weather off to the north, and as we dial into the local Doppler radars, just some ground clutter showing up, a few isolated showers offshore, but back to the west, nice disturbance, but this one's going to be missing us. It's going to be mainly heading south and east, but the threat of severe weather across the Texas Hill Country, across the Pecos through West Texas. Meanwhile, locally here in Acadiana, all is quiet on Power Doppler 3. So let's take a look at the tropics. The big picture here showing us two hurricanes and two potential systems. One flare up here that we don't think is going to do a whole lot. Another flare up over here that we think is going to develop with time, and thus the National Hurricane Center gives that system that's coming right off the African coast a 70% chance of developing, but should stay an Atlantic system. This guy probably won't last long. We have Margot that became a hurricane earlier today that is chugging along with 80-mile-per-hour winds, and then Hurricane Lee, of course, getting a little bit better organized, but it's always wild to see two hurricanes. This one not nearly as organized, has some dry air wrapping around it, so we think Margot's not going to have a long future. Meanwhile, Lee is a mature hurricane going through eye wall replacement cycles where you have an eye wall in here, not a clear eye, it's been showing up from time to time, and then an outer eye band, and notice there's some dry air, or what some people call a moat of dry air in between. So this is not going to strengthen a whole lot more. It's holding at 115. The National Hurricane Center brings it up to about 120 or so, then weakening it, coming close to Bermuda on Thursday, so they're going to have to watch the system. Then eventually this system could impact portions of New England. More likely, we would think Nova Scotia as maybe a really big tropical storm, but hopefully below hurricane strength, but still it's going to do some damage down the line. And look where we are with respect to hurricane season. We plot up all the tropical storms, all the hurricanes, darker red, major hurricanes, and here we are. We're right in the meat and potatoes of the season, and then we have the peak Louisiana landfalls usually go through the first week of October, and right now I don't see anything in the Gulf of Mexico, at least the Western Gulf, through the end of the month. So that gets us to this line right here. So we just got to navigate through the first couple of weeks of October, maybe most of October, because the Gulf is so warm. We might have more activity that may try to go into November, but right now, looking good. Looking good tomorrow morning, lower 70s, mid 90s tomorrow. Then as we head into Wednesday, we're going to see that disturbance come in, and here comes the chance of showers and some locally heavy thunderstorms. Maybe or maybe not we get over 90, but we'll have activity in the area. I've raised rain chances to 40%. We might go 50 or 60% tomorrow if we see model consistency. Tonight, mid-60s to upper 60s for most of Acadiana. Lafayette, one of the warmer spots in the lower 70s. And then for tomorrow, another summer day, 95 to 97 for the northern parishes, mid-90s across the I-10 corridor, and much the same along the coast. So overnight tonight, we'll go 71 for the overnight low. Fair skies, nearly calm winds out there. If anything, a light breath out of the southwest. Then for tomorrow, back up to 95 for a high. A touch hotter and more humid, we'll say. Normal high this time of year, 90 degrees, and relatively comfortable humidity for the most part, but that's inching upward just a bit. And as we move into the forecast, here's your better chance of showers and storms Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, we tone down the rain chances. Another round of storms possible Saturday, and then it's dry and a little bit cooler at night, but we still cannot shake the 90-degree readings, at least for the next week to 10 days. But the streak of 90-degree days could be broken Wednesday or maybe a day next week. We'll see.
Okay, it's been quite a streak.
It's been a
ready for it to be broken.
streak.
Yeah. Thanks, Rob.